I've seen over the social medias, and I've also seen in person at Titan Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
There's been quite a bit of a transition here. Yeah, the in-ring character, I think their body of work, even on the socials, like there's been a huge transformation happening here. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so I'm still the geek that you see. I still stand for the silent, but over at Titans, I think it just kind of got to a point where I've spent my entire life being a people pleaser. I hate disappointing people. I want to stand up for people, and that's what it is at my core. That's like one of my intrinsic values. But I had a match with Vicious Vicki months ago, and it was my very first match for the Goddesses of War Women's Shiny. And I had her up ready to go for my level up, and I was this close. And Notorious Mimi came in with her little goons and kicked me in the face, and I got cheated out of the Shiny opportunity. And next, I find out the next month they're having a ladder match for the Shiny, and I'm not in it. And I'm on commentary and going, something's wrong. Obviously I'm doing something wrong. I must be being too polite and waiting my turn patiently in line, when obviously if you kick someone in the face, apparently you get an opportunity. So guess what? That's what I had to do. I didn't kick her in the face. I did hit her in the face. But
Big difference.
I digress. Semantics. Everyone says it's an attitude change. It's not quite an attitude change. It's realizing I bring a lot to the table, and I have fought so hard for every single opportunity I've been given, and I've risen to every challenge that Titans especially has given me, whether it was a no holds barred with Lady Frost and a no holds barred with Vicious Vicki. I just had a 30-minute Iron Woman match with Vicious Vicki again. No matter what challenge you put in front of me, the Gladiator of the Geeks is going to rise to that challenge. And at a certain point, I need to stop apologizing and waiting and take what's deserved. And I have fought my way through all of this, and I deserve to be in that title shot and continue to be talked about. I am the epitome of Goddesses of War. I am the Gladiator goddess. So yeah, I'm here and I'm not quiet anymore. You're gonna hear me, and you might not always agree with me, but I know I'm right.
Wow. All right. Strong words there from Riley Shepard. Yeah, definitely a bit of an attitude change. And I do respect that. I do believe you should always fight for what you want and what you feel like you deserve. And obviously you feel like you haven't been given a fair shot there. And I think we all know your history. You know, you do work your ass off. I've never held that against you. You know, I've always said that you're a hard worker in that ring, out of that ring. You know, you're a warrior. But what about the fans though? Because the fans, especially you, gravitate towards a younger crowd. They do look up to you. What would you say to their parents that this kid may have idolized you? Now they might have an attitude change.
So when I was growing up, I was bullied a lot, and I've never been quiet about that. I've talked about my past in the past. The one thing my mom had always told me was, if someone is bullying you, stand up for yourself. And I don't care if that means you punch them in the face. I don't care if that means you're using your words. Whatever you decide to do, I will stand behind you, because if someone's bullying you, I want you to know that you have a spine and you have the courage and you are strong and you're a warrior. So for me, that's been instilled upon me. And I've always been the type of person to use my words growing up, except for in the wrestling ring. And I've been the person to kind of be like, okay, we don't want to stir the pot too much. But growing up, I was bullied for a very long time because I didn't stand up for myself and I didn't use my voice. And it took them bullying another girl for me to finally even find that voice. And it took years for me, and I almost blame myself for it. But I didn't want that to happen this time around. To me, the bully is Vicki. And it's not just in Titans, it's all over the place. She's been a bully. And this there's these young kids who are looking up to this woman who's coming through and was bullying people. And I tried to be the better person. And it got to a point where I apparently needed to get down and dirty to get what I wanted, because that's what I was taught to do. If I continue to be bullied and I continue to keep silent, and obviously it's not working for me, we're going to get down and dirty. We're going to get angry. And if parents can't agree with that and can't understand that, I'm sorry to them. And I obviously don't have kids, so I can't tell them what they're going to teach their kids. But that's what I was taught growing up. So